How to become an audio engineer, brought to you by jobsearchchannel.com.
All right, what's going on today, guys? So today we're going to be talking about the topic of a music producer versus a manager. Now, I've been learning about music production for about 10 years now, and I'm still learning every single day. Music is one of those things that when you kind of get into it, you have to realize that because the environment's ever changing, because technology is ever changing, and the business is ever changing, you will always be learning. So always be prepared to ask questions and seek out different answers because, things are at a constant change, and you always want to be able to kind of keep up. Now, I got started in music production because music has always been a huge passion of mine. I actually began as a singer and guitarist playing in different bands, touring across the US, and I kind of wanted to get in on the other side to see what music production was all about. So I did a few internships at some studios out here in LA, went to college, studied music, business, and music production, and eventually got shot out on the other side where I began working at a studio as a writer, composer, and music producer, writing for film and television, where I've been working for the past 2 years full time. Now, you might want to know the answer to the question of a music producer versus a manager because you've heard these terms being thrown around and you're a bit confused. You're a bit confused as to what each of these roles entails and what these types of people do. So let's get into it, shall we? So a music producer can be a couple different things. A lot of times these days, artists and musicians kind of serve as their own music producers. Essentially, they write and arrange, play tracks, add vocals and instrumentation to their songs. They can develop, distinctive sounds and styles, and really kind of provide the whole musicality of a record. There can also be a technical sort of producer. And usually these days, again, producers can be part engineers. They use machines and equipment to kind of treat and enhance individual tracks, emphasize the sonic possibilities of a record, mix tracks together to make them a complementary whole, and kind of just polishing out these songs and music all together. Lastly, there can also be executive producers. Now, executive producers will typically fulfill all of the functions of a regular music producer and contend with non-recording aspects of making a song or collection. And when I say non-recording aspects, I mean, that they're in charge of the recording budget, they know the shortcuts and technical skills for recording good sounds, and will also help to kind of acquire the right studio personnel. So you could think of a producer almost as a music director, or a film director on the music side. Now, management, there are a couple different roles as well. Music managers. There are personal managers. Personal managers are typically involved in counseling and advising artists, songwriters, producers, engineers, instrumentalists, etc., on all the matters that are related to their musical careers. So personal managers typically focus on, shopping for record or publishing deals, helping, to navigate their clients through the deals and beyond. And today, the role of a personal manager has evolved much more. It's a much more hands-on approach, getting merchandising, performing, and touring operations settled, etc. So it's really changed over the past couple of years. You also have business managers. Business managers are usually accountants by trade, kind of manage the income and expenses of an artist or producer. They'll typically make care of making payments to musicians, background singers, roadies, tour managers, etc. So it really depends. And that's pretty much it. There are definitely different kinds of managers out there, but we won't get into that. We'll save that for another video. But that's the basic differences between a producer and a manager. If you guys have any other questions, please feel free to check the link in the description to get in touch with us. And good luck on your road to learning more about the music industry. All right, take it easy.